So hey, my name is Petra Tavasalo, or for many of you that are now helping out with this incredible show of compassion and support for a former Langstaff student, it's me, Mr. T. You see, as a teacher, we work hard to prepare our students for what to expect in the real world. We try to give them the tools to cope with, manage, and hopefully excel at making this a better place. But the only downside to that is we often lose track as to, whatever happened to that class clown? That all-star athlete, or that student in the front row with their arm up in all class asking a million questions. So I've kind of taken it upon myself to do a little research, to read up on, or even bring back into the classroom former students that, just to kind of help inspire my current classes. Just recently, you see, I brought in an article about, to share with my grade 12 kinesiology class. Now, this wasn't your regular article about the oohs and ahs about achievements and accolades. It was one of perseverance and strength about a former Langstaff student. Her name is Rachael. Now, Rachel's fighting a condition that we now know as CRPS, or Complex Regional Pain Syndrome. Reading an article and discussing with my students about something, so really difficult, affecting someone so young and so full of life, really had a profound effect on that class. But you'll see more of them soon. Now, thanks to this guy, Mark Boffo, he nominated me for the Ice Challenge for CRPS, and I want to thank him for it. This gives me, my chance to help raise awareness, money, and support of one of our own, but also all the families and friends that are affected by CRPS. Before I take part in my challenge, though, I want to quickly nominate my 3 people. My first nomination is someone I not only taught, but I also coached, but I also admire her continued work with the challenged youth in the communities around. Not to mention, she's a proud mom of a 3-month-old, so congratulations, but Chow Chow, Candy Chow, you've been nominated. My second nomination goes to probably the most passionate and understanding educator I've ever known. He's the second half of what we used to call TNT Entertainment, and hopefully one day soon he'll be a school administrator near you. Mr. Todd Taylor, you've been nominated. Now for my final nomination. I'm literally throwing it out there, because this is a story about someone that I think can really inspire and show continued hope for not only Rachael, but anyone that's been affected by CRPS. He's probably, I'm looking for help from probably the best defensive. Now, you know what? He is the best defensive tackle going into the 2017 NFL Draft. North Carolina's Nazir Naz Jones. Your incredible story of going from really paralyzing pain, being, stuck, being in a wheelchair in your junior year of high school, to now entering the 2017 NFL Draft is truly remarkable. And I think, for all those that are affected by CRPS, your support would mean a lot. Okay, so now for my challenge. Remember that class I talked to you about? Got an idea. Follow me. All right, as you can see, remember, high school is a special place. You come in as this vulnerable little, impressionable grade 9, and you leave hopefully ready to take on the world. So when I brought this attention to, remember that class I talked to you about? They were more than happy to step up for this challenge. So Complex Regional Pain Syndrome, what is it? Well, it's a pain syndrome that really basically they don't know, and it causes burning sensations and pain all over the body. And when we look at who it really affects, it affects anyone, and that's the scary part, especially when I talk about this with my students, because the younger you are, the more chance you have of getting it. However, the prognosis is way better. When we look at understanding, again, like I said, so that burning sensation, why we're doing this challenge, you ask? Because the burning sensation is just like the fire, the tingling that you feel when we put our hands in ice. So for our challenge that I've accepted from Mark Boffo is submersing our hands like these students have been doing for almost a minute already to simulate that pain. So you remember how big of a splash we did back in the day for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge? Let's see what we can do if we all just lend a helping hand for Complex Regional Pain Syndrome. Remember, hashtag Team Rachael, hashtag Ace This Fire. It's up to you guys.